Yo yo yo, new day, new do. I have officially played the next bunch of Yakuza 0. I'm currently at I just arrived at chapter 7, I'm pretty sure. So I'm back at my boy Goro. But yeah, ending 2, chapter 6, absolute fucking banger. Both the fight and just the cutscene. Spoilers here, minor spoilers. We get a fight, another fight with the Kusei, like a mafia boss, but purely bronze. Shit. So we get a refight with him in some scuffed ass sewers. He had a crazy fucking introduction. We're just like, you know, a straight sewer just rode in on a fucking motorcycle. I was about to say rode in on a microwave. God damn. Yeah, I just woke up. My brain is fried, and I am not ready for this run. But hey, am I ever ready for any run? No, not really. So yeah, we ball. But yeah, I actually quite like the last one because there are, like, you know, 3 main mafia, like, quote-unquote bosses before the actual boss. Like, it's very anime style in that way, right? And one of them is this Kusei guy, where you have to beat him up, and then, you know, he gets punished for basically losing. You know, getting saved by the bell, pretty much. And then he's back for round 2 here, where he's talking about, like, his whole shtick is just, you know, I don't care how much you beat me down, as long as I get up again, you're fucking done. And I left him alive again, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a round 3 with him. And that's gonna be fucking awesome, because I genuinely love this guy. I didn't really like the guy from, like, you know, sure, I fucking hate the guy, like, you know, person-wise. Like, no shit, he's a mafia boss, he's an enemy, he's supposed to be hateable. But, you know, I kind of like his character now, where you know, he's not the top dog in any sort of way. He's just, like, a guy in a top position who thinks like, who knows he's not deserving of the top spot, right? Again, as long as he gets up again, he's fine. And I like that about him. And I hope he gets up again, because that fucking introduction, like, riding a motorcycle through the sewers, that was fucking baller. Also, just the fact that you actually get to fight in the sewers, just like in a, you know, very fucking narrow pathway. I fucking love that. Also because, you know, like, he's actually sort of a difficult fight. He was way easier this time around than before, because I actually know how to fight now. I know how to block and dodge, which I did not know the first time around, which, holy fuck, I spent, like, a solid, like, 3 hours just trying desperately to kill him, to beat this guy up. I mean, eventually I did, obviously, but that took so much fucking time. And this time around, yeah, I beat him first try. Sure, it was hard, but I beat him first try still. But my character, I don't have much agency, of course, because it is a Yakuza game. So it's mainly story-based, and then, you know, a goofy combat in the middle. It's like, there are a lot of cutscenes, but I'm not really complaining, because now the story actually begins to get really fucking good. So I am not complaining, and I was very close to just, you know, skipping yet another day of Hollow Knight in order to play more Yakuza. Yeah, I have skipped days of Hollow Knight for way less than that, but that should tell you at least something. seeing as how much I dunked on it last time I talked about it, the game. Like, the game is still, like, objectively pretty fucking terrible control-wise, right? God, I hate Gorb, holy shit. I'm finally playing on keyboard, like mouse and keyboard again, which was very fucking hard. I think that's also part of the reason why I just didn't play, because I didn't want to learn a whole new. I fucking 2 damage from the same attack, awesome. Okay, and then a 3rd one, and there's a 4th one here, and probably a 5th one. Holy shit. That was a bit too close. Okay, let me not die to Gorb, that would be painful. Thank you. That was a risky fucking gamble. Yeah, but the game is finally shaping up to be, like, really fucking good. Even though I'm playing with, like, now that I've finally gotten the controls down on mouse and keyboard. Because before I just didn't really fucking know what to do. Also because it showed the controls on controller and not on mouse and keyboard. But I figured out the solution was just to unplug my controller, and then it showed the proper, like, okay, I gotta use E to interact and Q to block or some shit. No, Q to grab. That's also something that's really useful in combat, just grab. I mean, okay, the most fun part of the game right now is of course the story, but very close second is the combat, which is impressive because the story is fucking good. So the combat is also really fucking good. When you finally get the controls down. It was miserable at first, but finally I fucking hate you. I finally got the main shtick down of just also just the fighting styles, like going between them and mastering them, like what use what for what. Because there is with Kiryu, at least the first main character, there are 3 right now. There are also 3 with Goro, but they're like different 3. So there's like they're pretty much the same throughout. It's just the first one, the first fighting style is just brute force, like strength based. Basically, yeah, it's. The first one is strength based, the second one is dexterity based, the third one is constitution based. Which is a really fucking nerdy way to look at it, but I mean, it's true. So, yeah. But they're different ways, and my favorite way is actually with the second main character, Goro, where I think it's called breakdance style, or like street style, or something like that. I've talked a little bit about it before, but I really fucking like it, and now where we have switched to main characters again, I finally get to do that again. It's like, the AoE dex fighting style. Shit. So yeah, I kind of don't like the fact, the thing I don't like the most, I dislike the most, there it was, it's just the fact that it, like, finally when it gets really fucking interesting, it just pulls me away from the story again. Like, I'm finally so invested in Kiryu's, like, storyline, and then, just like at a high point, just pull me away. Like, okay, he just, like, betrayed his friend and then just went back to the city he was fucking wanted in by a whole mafia that had fucking guns blazing out in the city, just gunning for his head. That's also, that was the main shtick in the last mission I played. In the last, like, fairly long mission, actually. But it was pretty fun. It was just basically purely combat. It was like, the mafia's out for me, and I gotta maneuver the city without being fucked over. And you know, eventually they find me. Like it's programmed that way. Like they eventually do find me. Yeah, shit, that was my own fault. And then you actually have to just fight your way out, and like in a time crunch, because you know if you don't do it within like I think it was 2 minutes, obviously other mafia goons are gonna come because they called for backup because they're fucking all out for you. And that was pretty fun. Also, just the fact that it was like more and more severe types of mafia goons that were sent after you. Like the last fight was just a fucking like it just felt like a goofy ass mafia goon. And, you know, those big fat chubby guys that just hit hard, and you know he had an attack that was basically just push me down and slam down on me. Good game, good game. Just slam fucking dunk on my head, which was pretty fun. But you know, I actually had a bit of a challenge with that, also just because of how many at a time there were at some points. But it was pretty fun, and then straight afterwards, like in the same mission, like okay, there's a cutscene, and then you get to fight this Kusei guy, this mafia boss guy. And then you get to just you just think that okay, well, I'm gonna fight one of the other mafia lieutenant guys, but no, you actually don't. And I kinda like that. That is just like more build up to whenever you are supposed to fight him, which I assume you're supposed to fight him at some point. I should have healed. He's gonna, yep, okay. Oh, I survived. Shit. Shit. So yeah, that's where I stand on Yakuza right now. The controls are still a bit goofy, and you're just like strolling around. I would still have liked it to be more open world, like Sleeping Dogs, because I feel like, you know, the story of Yakuza 0 and the combat of Yakuza 0 with the open worldness of Sleeping Dogs, that would be the fucking perfect game. That would be like up there with the Red Dead for a fucking best game ever. But alas, I must settle for a lesser experience. Still a really good experience though. And I feel like I'm gonna grind through, now that I've finally gone back to it, I'm just gonna grind through this shit. Gonna put Baldur's Gate on the backlog once again. Fucking awesome. The one thing I told myself not to do, like, okay, now I have Baldur's Gate, now I gotta, like, play it immediately so I don't forget. What do? Begin playing Yakuza instead, and now I only, like, forever and ever, I only have, like, 1.5 hours locked in and on Baldur's Gate. I mean, eventually I'm gonna, you know, pick it up again, but now is not the time. Now is not the time. How did I make it this far without just on fucking autopilot? I feel like, okay, I'm jinxing this so hard, but I feel like I'm getting better at just, you know, doing this on autopilot. Because usually I have a bit of a struggle at, like, you know, 0, for example. But no, I can do this fucking mindlessly now, apparently. And now I'm gonna jinx this and I'm gonna fucking die here to a single Oblobbles. Yeah, I feel like it's more worth it to just attack here and heal at sisters. Holy fuck, okay, well, maybe not. I hate that when I finally get to focus, I just lose immediately. Okay, well, this is depressing. Oh well. Yeah, so that's what I'm not gonna do that today because I just yeah, you know, kinda busy with D&D prep. I still gotta find a way out for my party because they are going to fucking commit suicide right here. I mean, there's a good chance that they don't because I have I planned it from the start that the guy they're gonna kill, he's just kinda not there. I probably should have put a warning out for one of my players because he listens to this. But I guess he's just gonna have to find out. I'm just gonna gatekeep this video until after the session. Whoopsies. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I should heal instead of this. This is bullshit. So yeah, basically the group is like very early on Mafia goons, and they want to impress the higher-ups by taking down the biggest bad in the city, basically the owner of the entire city, which would be fucking impossible for them to do, but they're gonna try anyway, because why? I don't fucking know. Their logic did not make sense, but they came to the consensus that yes, let us take down a mafia boss. No, not a mafia boss, just a royal. Like a royal fucking guy with way too much power, and they would fuck us up. So yeah, that's a whole thing. I have a solution that that's beyond this, right here. Like, if they fuck up the entire mission, even with the, you know, the thing I put in place. I have, like, some sort of save file that could work. But I know this one player. Fuck deg, Valdemar. Du lytter stadigvæk til det her. So I'm gonna have to keep that knowledge to myself until it is relevant or / happened, which might never happen or might happen in the next fucking session. Who knows? I'm gonna have to update you on that. I don't want to die here, but yeah, I was about to like cry out for help, but I mean, then I just killed 3 of them right next to each other. So I'm okay with that. Good game. Sorry. Yeah, so I have to prep for D&D on how my party does not die when they try to kill a royal fella that is very highly defended. And as I said, I do have a solution. Being that this royal is just not home, and who is home instead is his son. Which was pretty much planned from the start. Like, you know, the thought was not that this is an opportunity to like revolt the city, but it's just like, yeah, something could happen while the main bad guy is not here. Just like, you know, more build up to that said bad guy. But I don't fucking know if I was not expecting them to just, you know, go for his head as soon as they arrive to the city. But here I am, the curse of a DM. I'm surprised that hit. Okay, sure, I'll take it. Alright, yeah, so I gotta figure that out. I got a, like, person doc finished for one of my players. So that's 2 out of 3 of them that has like a important person that you know document. Because, I mean, I figured out that's just way more fun than a lore doc. It's just, you know, person you know, Doc. Okay, I'm gonna fucking die here. Yep, okay. God damn it, I don't wanna go into Galleon with 1 HP. Huh? What is this? Okay, 2 HP then, sure. 3 HP. Okay, we might get past Galleon. I don't know why, but Galleon has just been such a curse on me the last couple tries. But I mean, I might just take it slow and see where fate leads us. Shit. Why? Why? That was so unnecessary. Yes, sir. Alright. I'm sorry, I'm try-harding here, so I'm not gonna, like... If I'm gonna talk at all, this is gonna be a fucking nothing. Yeah. Shit. I just don't wanna fucking die to his melee attacks. Not really attacks, he's just like waddling into me. Okay, that was much easier than I expected, than I remembered. Okay, well, we can talk now. What can we talk about? We can talk about another game, I guess, in terms of Monster Hunter Rise. I was kind of warned about Monster Hunter Rise from one of my friends that said like, okay, yeah, Monster Hunter Rise, it might be like a good game, but holy shit, the graphics are awful and the gameplay is awful. But I mean, I found it all pretty cheap on some scuffed website, as you do with all games. And you know, here I am, just enjoying the game, which I was not expecting to do. I mean, my standards were pretty low, because I've been told how shit the game was. But the game is actually pretty fun. Like, sure, it's not Monster Hunter World, but I didn't expect it to be. Because, you know, it's a new Monster Hunter game. There's also, I'm pretty sure it's not like a mainline Monster Hunter game. Like, it's way more experimental than any before it. Because, you know, there are the Monster Hunter like 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5 is World, and then Rise is just like kind of besides World. Good game, good game. Thanks for that W. And Rise is like in between, I guess. And then Monster Hunter Wilds, the new one, is gonna be 6, which means that this game, the Rise is just like very experimental. If I'm right in this, I don't have my sources backed up, but you know, it's still a fun game. I don't know. The graphics might be a bit wonky, but I don't mind really. Like, sure, it feels like a totally different game because of the, you know, specifically because of the graphics, I guess. But it also feels like just some of the old games, which is pretty awesome because I always wanted to play the old games. I could of course just play the old games, but where is the fun in that? I could have used that last one to heal, but nah. Alright, so unless I majorly screw up here, this is gonna be the first time in forever that I'm even gonna see. I have a little meeting, have a little one-on-one with the collector. So that's epic. So, meaning I really don't want to fuck up here. I don't want to have my second ever loss to Elderu right now. That would suck. But yeah, Monster Hunter Rise, pretty based from what I've seen so far. There are these like rampages, I'm pretty sure they're called, where you just, you know, the monsters come to attack you in your home base, which I mean, it's a cool shtick, but I don't know, man. It just feels a lot like the Zoro Magdaros fight over again. Not really, that's a lot, but there are way too many, like, not mountable things. What are they called? Like, you know, stationary shooty things like cannons and ballistas and shit. Instead of actually fighting monsters. And the monsters don't really fight you that much. They just waddle up to the gate, like, of the base and then start attacking. So there's not really much strategy in terms of that, in terms of like traditional monster hunting. So I don't know I don't know what my opinion is there, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I haven't played enough, I guess. This is a bit nerve-wracking. This is the first time in forever that I'm even seeing Collector. So I don't want to fuck this up. But I'm probably gonna fuck this up. But who knows? Might get lucky. Which is the only way I'm gonna survive this is if I'm lucky. Because I'm not ready for this. What the fuck do you mean? That was bullshit. Okay, that was also bullshit. I should have healed there. Yes sir, okay. What the fuck? Okay, what the fuck? Oh my god. I played horribly. And I have no excuse for dying to a rolling little boulder. I fucking tripped and fell. And that's how I'm gonna end this run. Well, this was... yeah, well, I'm reminded why I would rather die earlier. Because all this time has just been wasted. It hasn't been wasted, it was a good yapping session, I guess. No, I don't want... fuck off. Okay, well, see you tomorrow, I guess, hopefully.